Here are some financial lessons and tips your parents probably never taught you, but you need them. 1. If you can't buy it multiple times, you can't afford it. Not once, not barely, multiple times. If your purchase stresses you out or empties your account, it's probably a liability, not a flex. 2nd, money isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. Most people increase their lifestyle when they increase their income, and that's why they stay broke at entry level. 3rd, your 20s are not for flexing, they are for building. You don't need the nicest car. You don't need luxury clothes every weekend. You need skills, discipline, and capital.
Before he gets into number 4, that is the truth. Even if you're not in your 20s, you don't need the luxury car. I say we should always be building something. At the end of the day, it's a mindset. It's a perspective thing. And this is something that I've had to battle with so many times as a 28-year-old in my 20s. My early 20s, I was chasing women. I was caring about the attention of women and whatnot and, trying to make money, but not in the most smartest way, not in the most intelligent way. But nowadays, man, I'm locked in, man. And that's not to say I don't get distracted ever, but I am locked in, man. You know what I'm saying? The way you change your perspective on money is to be consumed by people who are focused. If you can't be around them, get a book. If you can't be around them, listen to podcasts. If you can't be around them, watch YouTube videos. Get YouTube Premium so you can lock your phone and still listen to the YouTube video. I'm telling you right now, back in my day, bro, I'm 28 years old. I'm tripping. A year and a half ago, man, I was working for UPS. I'm not even going to talk about the work experience, but I'm telling you right now, I was packing them trucks up, bro, putting 900 boxes in trucks. Oh, man, I hated that job. But I had books playing in my ear because one day I knew that I was going to make money in a different way. I'm not listening to music. I don't want to be entertained. I want to think like the person who I want to be because that's the only way I'm going to be like them is by changing my habits and changing my perspective. I digress. Let's continue. I get hype around talking about money because I know how many people grow up in situations they couldn't control, but it's you can control them now. You're an adult. You know what I'm saying?
4th, separate wants from impulses. Most purchases aren't wants. They're emotional reactions. Learn to pause before you buy. If you still want it next week, it's most likely real. And if not, it was just dopamine. 5th, your income grows when you do. Not with luck, not with scrolling, not with wishing. Your financial ceiling will always match your skill set. 6, invest.
Ooh, my man is speaking that wisdom right now. Your finances will only grow with you. This is why it's important to have higher level thinking. And many of you all know this. My subscribers are smart, right? Because y'all know, man, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I don't be kissing up, talking about what people want to hear. Oh, I feel so bad for them in this financial situation. I've been in a bad financial situation as well, almost homeless. But let me tell you something. Humility, discipline, and hard work get you out of poverty.
Early, even if it's small. $20 a week at 20 beats $200 a week at 35. Time multiplies more than money does. And lastly, learn how money works before you chase it. Inflation, interest, assets, taxes.
This is one of the things that so many people, skip over. They just look about how much money somebody makes. It's not about how much you make. It's about what you do with what you make. That's number one. Now, one of the things that I learned recently is what the wealthy do, especially when they use credit. They use it differently from the poor people, the middle class, and the upper class, where they make, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, a year. But poor mindset, people are afraid of credit. They got terrible credit, so they're afraid to borrow it because, they don't have any credit or they got really bad credit. The middle class work hard on increasing their credit so they can borrow, but most of the time they buy liabilities. The upper class kind of do the same thing. Now, how do the wealthy look at it? They say, okay, let's say I work a 9 to 5, I earned my income by trading my time. I then pay myself first by investing into this asset that's going to print me off money. So my money is making money, and then I'm gonna pay my bills. And then at that point, when my assets are earning money, I'm gonna go ahead and use credit to buy another asset in order for me to capitalize on the money that I typically didn't have to work for, basically, because their money prints money. And they'll borrow against that because, well, they don't want to sell the asset. They don't want to sell the stock. They don't want to sell the real estate. They'd rather use the bank's money, loans, in order for them to capitalize. Even if they have to pay some interest, their asset is earning more money than the borrowed money. They see credit differently. That's not all the ways money work, but that's one of the main things that I had to learn that I did not understand.
Investing, compounding, you can't win a game that you don't understand. And most people are financially lost, not because they're lazy, but because nobody taught them the basics.
100%. And the last thing I'm going to say about this before we move into the next clip, because if you thought this is good, wait till you see the next one. I remember my dad, when we were little kids, we would love to play Monopoly. We still do. We get very aggressive over Monopoly. Because this is real life, man. You know what I'm saying? You hand me one of those pink $5 bills and, a couple $500 orange bills, man. It's real life. It's real money. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I didn't understand at the time when I was a younger kid playing with my dad with Monopoly. I was trying to rack up all the money. Oh, I'm pass and go, making 200, making 200, making 200. I'm feeling good. He would buy up the assets. He would buy the property. Oh, let me get this. I'm like, you're poor. You're buying the property. You're poor. Over time, guess what happened? My money started getting into his pockets. And that's when I realized one day, I'm like, you know what? Ownership is where the real wealth is at. If I have to pay him every time I land on this, he's getting paid more frequently than me, and he's still pass and go. Pass and go is the 9 to 5. The wealth building comes with owning the asset and not selling it. And one of the most powerful plays that I do in Monopoly, right? I'm not even getting off topic here. One of the most powerful plays that I do in Monopoly is if I can't own a Monopoly, like I can't own all 3 colors, because that's how we play. You got to own all 3 colors in order to put houses up there. What I do is I hold a color and I never sell it, because then I hold the power. You can't build a Monopoly if I'm holding one of your cards, because you got to have all 3 colors. Then I'm going to charge an outrageous price that they don't want to pay. Therefore, yeah, we stuck in a loop, but I'm holding the wealth, the stuff, the ownership. All right, let's continue. Subscribe if you like the content.
If you want to save $5,000 in 100 days, then this is the video for you. What you'll need is a notebook, envelopes, a pen, preferably 2 different colors. So I start off by numbering my notebook 1 through 100, as well as the envelopes 1 through 100. This is the easy way to keep track of what you have saved so far. So I'm already halfway through the process, and this is what I have saved so far. Just going to place them all out and go back through my list and check off the ones that I have already saved. If you're anything like me, I'm a visual person and I like to see the progress that I have done so far. Also, it's an easy way to add it up and keep track and see how much you have left to go. So this is everything that I have saved so far. So I'm going to add up all the missing ones, and that came out to a total of $2,188 that I still needed.
So she saved a total of what? 2,822 or 2,812? That's what's up. That's a really good strategy. At first, I wasn't agreeing with it because I was like, bruh, you just need to have an automatic way for you to save money. Dollar cost averaging. Every time you get paid from your 9 to 5, have that direct deposit hit the different bank accounts and percentages, and then you'll know how much you can spend in each account, because each account has a different assignment. Your fund account, where you can blow money; the investment account, where you invest money and it makes more money; your business account, where you're creating the asset; your debt/expense account, which you're paying for your living expenses; and your savings account for emergencies. But this is pretty smart. Now, the only thing that I don't like about it is if I had to keep on repeating it and I don't know what I'm gonna do with the $5,000, the $5,000 would go to my high yield savings account, earn me interest on a yearly and monthly basis. And after that, after I save my $5,000, or at least 3 to 6 months of savings, I'm investing. Business, debt payoff, and investments, assets, stocks. options investing. Would you use this method? Have you used this method? Or what method do you use in order for you to save the most amount of money?
And social media.
We're frugal millionaires trying to retire in our 30s, and this is how we save thousands of dollars every year. We live well below our means and we spend mindfully. And just because we can't afford something doesn't mean we need to buy it. And we believe in values-based budgeting, so spending little on things that don't matter as much to us, like clothing or eating out, so that we can spend more extravagantly on things that do, like traveling, time with our loved ones, or giving to others. And we save so much money by being resourceful, whether that's repairing something instead of buying it new, or using our library and its countless benefits, or taking advantage of free or low-cost entertainment in our community. And we stopped trying to keep up with the Joneses a long time ago, and it has saved us thousands of dollars. We don't need to impress people that we don't even know, always chasing the next shiny status symbol. And our life may look simple or even boring to some people, but it is rich in what really matters: time, options, and freedom.
100%. Money it's a tool to create freedom, man. Most people use it on consuming. I love this. This is one of my favorite videos about saving money. Shout out to her.
I've been asked to review the top 5 high-yield savings accounts and rate them 1 through 10. First, we have American Express High-Yield Savings Account. They provide an interest rate of 4.35%. They don't require a minimum balance or monthly fees. They have 24/7 customer service, and you get easy access to your money.
But one of the things with Amex, and I've heard they're a great bank, but I had a high-yield savings account with them, and they decreased my interest rate. I don't know what I did. Maybe I didn't put enough money in there, but I'm gonna just tell you right now, they kept on decreasing it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It started off high. It started off in the 4s, and then it kept on decreasing. I'm like, bro, why would you? You know what I'm saying? And it was less than a year, so it wasn't like I was getting the 4% for the whole year that they said it. What did they say? Terms are subject to change. Yeah, they changed.
And they are a member of the FDIC. They allow simple transfers and auto deposits, and they compound daily. The next one we have is Barclays Online Savings Account.
They compound daily regardless. That has nothing to do with Amex. It's not because you don't get compound interest daily just because you were Amex. If you do the math, you're earning interest on a daily basis based off what you keep in your savings account. Facts.
They provide 4.35% APY, allow you 24/7 access to your funds. They also allow online transfers and direct deposits. No monthly maintenance fees and no minimum balance to start. The next on the list is Citibank Platinum Savings. They provide 5.05% APY, but only if you have a minimum balance of $5,000. So high interest, but not everyone can get in. If you don't have a $5,000 minimum balance, they will give you 0.25% APY. They have no monthly service fees, and they are protected by the FDIC. Number 2 on my list is Capital One 360 Performance Savings. They offer 4.35% APY and no convenience fees. There's no minimum required to open this account. They allow you to have multiple accounts, and you have easy transfers and deposits. They are also protected by the FDIC. And number 1, which you have heard me say if you follow my page, is SoFi. This is SoFi Checking and Savings. They provide 4.60% APY with
Yeah, the thing with SoFi is they're to my understanding, it's like an online bank. Those come with certain stipulations from what I hear. Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section down below. What are the boundaries when it comes down to like online banking only? Because the only reason why I know this, it's only because when I had an online fitness business and people were on subscription and they were using Affirm and Klarna and Afterpay to pay their, pay off whatever program they bought from me, like the loan companies wouldn't accept them because they weren't a brick and mortar bank. So they do come with certain type of restrictions as compared to other banks. But you all have to let me know if you bank with SoFi, what are some of the restrictions? Or if you've never had problems with them, then hey, maybe the rules have changed. But I'm not a big fan of having banking with a bank that's not brick and mortar. Anyway, subscribe if you like the content. If you guys are interested with earning income, I don't know if I said it in this video or not, but if you're interested in earning income with YouTube and having multiple streams of income with YouTube and monetize your YouTube channel over the past 3 months, the first month we got monetized, I made $86. The second month, $119. And this month so far, it's not over, $249. Yes, this is my YouTube. there you have it. If you guys are interested, join the Cashflow Creators Club in the description down below. I'll show you my strategies, my tips, and the systems that I use in order for you to monetize your own channel, have multiple streams of income. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.